While manufacturing plants traditionally run off coal or fossil fuels, a factory in upstate New York was one of the first in the world to be powered by alternative energy. Harbec is powered by wind turbines and solar power. The man at the center of this innovation is President and CEO of Harbec, Bob Bechtold. While everyone laughed at him when he suggested a factory should be powered off renewables, his manufacturing plant is now a shining example of the future of alternative energy. Harbec is an encapsulation of a solution to one of the biggest problems in climate change: energy production. Harbec builds the parts that go into everything from engines and airplanes to office supplies and hospital equipment. They even build parts for home wind turbines.
Hold it like a hot it won't burn you, but
Harbec is located just outside Rochester, and just this year alone, Rochester has been hit with 2 major power outages. But Harbec kept running because they produce their own energy. But it wasn't so simple to build the state-of-the-art facility to power Harbec. Bechtold says when he first went to the banks to get the loans in order to build the wind turbines and solar panels, the bankers all laughed at him.
And the reason why, most common patent reason they gave me was it was not reproducible. In other words, no businessman is going to go out and do these kinds of things, so why would we give you money to prove that it works?
While the banks refused to take Bechtold's ideas seriously, he wouldn't give up that easily. And he had to get creative in order to prove that it was worth it to power his factory off alternative energy.
I had to come in with some way to save the project, and it was I went to NYSERDA and asked them for a $100,000 loan.
NYSERDA is the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, and they were set up by the New York State government to promote alternative energy.
I loved them forever for it because it wasn't really the loan that I needed. I needed NYSERDA to say they would help. Now I went back to the bank and I said, NYSERDA's helping us and we're going to put the wind turbine on hold. And it happened because of something beyond us, but at least we have a workaround. Will you still let us do it? And they said yes.
Bob Bechtold is an entrepreneur, businessman, and innovator. His curiosity did not start with Harbec, but in his childhood.
Just my whole childhood. If I just, as you say the word, and I just get a glimpse, it's all about curiosity. It was every day was.
At a young age, Bechtold was taking apart everything to see how things worked.
Or make go-karts and those things. In those days, go-karts were made out of 2x4s and old wagon wheels and things like that, you know. Or you would take the back end of a reel mower and take the reels off and then just nail 2 more wheels and a seat onto it, you know, with a steering and stuff like that. Real crude.
Bechtold had an incredible independence at a young age, an invaluable skill for an innovator. But few could understand or appreciate his independence, including his parents.
But they didn't stop me. That was the big thing. The only time I would get in trouble for anything like that was if I forgot to put my father's tools away.
Bechtold's success at navigating his home life taught him the skills he would later use in his life when navigating around the bankers. He learned he didn't need everyone to take him seriously, but just one person. In his childhood, that person was Tom Tytler. In his adulthood, that was the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority.
You know, I used to have a buddy, Tom Tytler, and we would spend summers driving around on our bicycles, and we would take everything that people left out on the sides of the roads. His parents were sweethearts. They would let us use their basement, and we had that basement full of everything that anyone ever threw out. We had pulled apart down there, and always because we were going to make something new, something better.
Bechtold learned at an early age that his creativity was not going to be widely accepted or approved by others. But he learned how to navigate those waters, and that skill would serve him well for the rest of his life.
So I went from that childhood I just described to becoming a toolmaker. I love making things.
As you can see behind me, this wind turbine and solar panel powered this manufacturing facility at Harbec, and they hope to be the future and inspire more manufacturing plants to power their own facilities off of renewable energy. For NCC News, I'm Connor Haken.